Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, thank you so much for joining me. Before we even move any further, do me a favor and subscribe. Click it. Click the subscribe button. Okay? Click it. Do me another favor. When you're done, do me a favor and like the video. Okay? Like this video for me, okay? Like the video. And after that, I would love your feedback. Keep it cute, but I would love your feedback. I would love to interact with you all. Comment, not to even hold you guys up any further. If you would like to see how I got this cute little look, just keep watching.
Hey beauties, let's hop right into this video. So I'm going to be using a full spectrum coverage concealer by CoverGirl. I got it from my local drugstore, Rite Aid. And I'm just going to be, outlining my brows with this concealer and a flat head brush. So I really do like this concealer. It reminds me of my LA Pro Girl concealer in every form almost, from the color to the way it dries. And it does dry very fast, so you might have to, speed it up a bit. So now with the fluffy brush, I'm just going to be buffing out the concealer that I sculpted out my brows with. So it's kind of like a tap swipe motion that I'm doing. So now I'm going in between the brows just to kind of create like a fade. Ombre look, as you would say. And I'm going to use the spoolie on my ABH eyebrow brush. And I'm just going to, brush out, resharpen if I have to. Or redefine, I should say. Okay, so now I'm going to be going on my Maybelline Infallible Concealer. I'm just going to be applying it to my eyelid because it's a lighter concealer that I have. And it would help me pick up the colors, to show them more, to make them appear more vibrant. So now, I'm lightly tapping the concealer into my skin. We're not going to swirl it, we're going to lightly tap. It is going to create a smoother, more neater canvas for us to work with. If you don't have a fluffy brush, you could use your your beauty blender, but just lightly tap it, because you don't want to remove too much of the product. Alright, so now I'm setting my eyelid with my translucent powder. If you lay down a concealer on your eyelid, you have to set it because it will crease, okay? No one wants a creasy eyelid look. It just messes up the whole thing. And after you do that, we're not going to bake it, we're just going to wipe it away. Alright, so I'm just picking up like 2 warm colors off of my Passion 10 palette, just as transition colors. I'm just doing like an outward inward sweep on my crease, because those are the areas of my eyelid that I'm going to be focusing on. So I'm just blending this out as much as I can because I want it to be super neat. Alright, so now I'm going to be using my e.l.f. Eyes, Lips, and Face palette, just to show you the, area I'm going to be utilizing, because I won't be holding up this huge palette the whole time. No. So I'm going in with the pinks and some of the purples. So I'm starting out with pinks, some of the lighter pinks right now, and I'm still doing this outward inward sweep Just really getting into my crease on my eyelid. So you see how I'm sort of like kind of getting like this little bubblegum effect. That's the look that I'm kind of going for, but like a deeper pink.
And I'm only getting better. A bitch hot in any weather. BK bitch, I'm at whatever. Bitch, our shit together. Had to do it to these bitches that doubt it. Bitches talk shit all day, but question, are you really about it? Trust me, my niggas cool. We don't want no conflict, let a nigga act up and we resort to violence. Always been the same, only thing that's switch up was the hair. And bitch, how you gon' compete where you can't fucking compare? Never was the type
Alright, so now that I have completed blending out the pink, I'm just going to cut the crease of my eyelid so we can start the look. So I'm just defining my crease and bringing the shape back into my eye.
Had to do it to these bitches that doubt it. Bitches talk shit all day, but question, are you really about it? Trust me, my niggas cool. We don't want no conflict, let the nigga act up and we resort to violence. Always been the same, only thing that switch up was the hair. And bitch, how you gon' compete where you can't fucking compare? Never was the type to sit there, show my ass for some likes. Yeah, I cute for the gram, but
so I'm just making sure that, you know, my crease is nice, sharp, is shaped the way I want it. So now I'm about to go in with this pretty champagne color that I got from ColourPop. It's just a sample. It came inside of those, you know, like those little Ispy bags. I think I said it right. But it was in there, and I fell in love with this color ever since. I'm going to enter the name and the shade number in the description box, so that way you guys know. Just look how pretty it is. It's like this shimmery champagne, like it's just so pretty. And I remember when I got it in the bag and I first seen it, I'm like, oh, this is fat. And the first time I tried it, I was like, okay, relax. So bitch, yes, you need to stop it. If I want it, I'ma cop it. Throwing shade, bitch, I'ma block it. He popped the perk like Italy. He think he fucking, I'ma leave. Just told him get up on his knees. Don't have to beg no pretty please. So I'm just packing as much as I can on, not too much, but just to get that desired, you know, shimmery look that I want. But I don't want it to be too shimmery because we're going to be adding glitter. So now with a purple, I'm just going to be working it into this champagne glittery look that we just put on the eyelid. So I'm just going to be sweeping it into the corner. So it's going to be the same outward inward sweep, but not all the way this time. So now I'm just blending it in. Now I'm going to be using this Wet n Wild eyeliner that I got from my local drugstore. I will enter it inside the description box. I would say this eyeliner was pretty bomb. However, I do just wish that the tip of the applicator tip was a bit more flexible. That's the only recommendation I would probably have for this tool. So now my eyeliner is done. It's completed. We're about to move forward and create a glitter eyeliner for the look. On my craft, get off my ass, that's the blueprint. Had to get in my bag, I had to boss up on hoes. Man, y'all bitches throwing shade, why you mad at me? Bitch, don't be mad, cause you're man, I'm the one. So now I'm just touching up, you know, any area on the liner that needs to be touched.
it come and go like you niggas. If I could fuck the money, probably make me come quicker. And y'all bitches got no taste, explains why y'all so bitter. And she tryna be gang, but I have to reconsider, cause I'm done being
Okay, so now with
flyer than the pilot.
my NYX glitter glue, well, glitter lash, excuse me, my glitter adhesive. There we go. I'm just going to be adding a little bit of it to my eyeliner, just so that way I can apply the glitter.
Had to do it to these bitches that doubted. Bitches talk shit all day but question, are you really about it? Trust me, my niggas cool. We don't want no conflict, let a nigga act up and we resort to violence. Always been the same, only thing that's switch up was the hair. And bitch, how you gon' compete where you can't fucking compare? Never was the type to sit.
So now I'm just packing that glitter on to my eyeliner. So you want to add an even amount of glitter, so that way you know it's a bold glitter look. So this is optional. Some people just leave their glitter liners like that. Another way to make it look more bold, to add a little, razzle dazzle to it. After you lay down the glitter, just re-outline your eyeliner just a little bit. And that's what I'm going to be doing here, just to make my look a little bit more bold. That part is optional. You don't necessarily have to do it, but that's just something I do. So I'm just getting my lashes ready, so that way I can just apply them. And this is what I mean. I re-outline my eyeliner, if that makes any sense. Now I'm just going to be applying my eyelashes.
Come and go like you niggas. If I could fuck the money, probably make me come quicker. And y'all bitches got no taste, explains why y'all so bitter. And she tryna be gang, but I have to reconsider, cause I'm done being quiet. Flyer than the pilot. King just bought the gas, so now I'm higher than the rocket. All team on go, so bitch, yes, you need to stop it. If I want it, I'ma cop it. Throwing shade, bitch, I'ma block it. He popped the perk like Italy.
Alright, moving on to face. I'm just setting my face with my dewy black radiant setting spray. And after I set my face a little bit, I'm just going to go over my brows with my dark from my ABH palette, just to reset my brows so they don't move. So now I'm going to go in with my primer by Wet n Wild, and I'm just going to apply that over my face. So I'm just going for like a dewy, pretty look. I don't really want my foundation to be matte today, so dun, da, da, da. This is another favorite drugstore foundation that I use. It's the Fit Me foundation. It comes in either dewy or matte. Okay, either or is bomb, because the matte one is not too matte, and I mistakenly picked up the matte one and I still look dewy and flawless. I use the shade 355 in coconut, and it is just bomb. One of my favorite drugstore foundations. So now I'm just blending out my foundation. Look how pretty it looks. Okay, and I'm going back in with that CoverGirl Full Spectrum Coverage Concealer, and I'm about to just start my highlighting process. So I'm bringing it down on the sides of my nose. I'm going to put it on the bridge of my nose as well. So I just got this Real Techniques brush from my local drugstore, Rite Aid. it says that it's YouTube's #1 makeup tool. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see what's going on.
I could fuck the money, probably make me come quicker. And y'all bitches got no taste. Explains why y'all so bitter. And she tryna be gay.
So when I first started blending it out, I was like, okay, brush. Now don't get me wrong, okay? It is a foundation brush. However, I do like to buff out my concealer with a brush instead of just using my beauty blender only. And when I seen it, I was like, okay, this is not too big. It's just, it's real slim. Originally, it's a foundation brush. It's up to you. It's yours. You bought it. Use it for what you want. So I'm going to be using it to buff out my concealer. And when I mean, look at it. Just bomb. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Now, I already do have a foundation brush. However, I'm going to go get another one to use as a foundation brush. That's just how bomb the brush was. That was my honest opinion. So I'm just going over that concealer with my beauty blender just to help blend it out a bit more. So now I'm going back over that concealer with my Maybelline Infallible Concealer. And I'm going to do the same thing I did with the CoverGirl's Full Spectrum Concealer. The same process. This is just to give me an extra oomph to my highlight. Just to brighten it up a bit more. So now on my under eye area, I'm going to use my MAC SPF. I'm sorry, why do I keep saying SPF every time I say this? NC45. God. My NC45 concealer. I'm just going to add a bit of it to my under eye area for extra coverage. Switch up was the hair, and bitch, how you gon' compete where you can't fucking compare? Never was the type to sit there, show my ass. Going back in with my dewy setting spray just to help me blend it out. And my Real Techniques brush, and I am blending out the concealer. Just look how bomb that brush. Oh my god, look at that. Look at that. Do y'all see that? Oh my god, that brush is everything. That brush is bomb. Get it? Get what? Alright. And then you go, see, this is why I do that. You go in after with your beauty blender so that way it doesn't take off all your product. And now I'm just setting my face with my translucent powder. Before you give up on translucent powder, ladies of color, are you wiping it away with a powder that is closer to your skin tone? That is the trick. So, like I just told you, going in with my ABH palette, medium to dark, and I'm taking my medium and tan colors and I'm wiping away that translucent powder. Now to contour, I'm going in with my LA Pro Girl Dark Cocoa and with my beauty blender, and I'm just buffing. Look at that, so bomb, buffing out my contour. So now I'm going to set my contour with the darkest shade on my ABH palette, and I'm going to blend, buff, and set. Doing the same thing to my nose, just sculpting my nose because I do not apply cream concealer to my nose. I just go in with the powder. So now to sharpen up everything that I just contoured, I'm just going to go back in with my translucent powder to bring that sharpness back. So while that's set, I'm going to use my True Match CoverGirl powder just to set my foundation, just slightly going over my brows so they don't move. So just setting my foundation in my brows so they don't slip and slide throughout the day. So now with my ABH palette, wiping away that excess translucent powder, and also bringing the color back in because you do not want to look ashy. You want to be flash approved. So now with my bronzer by NYX. So this thing is everything. It's a baked blush, it's a bronzer, it's an illuminated bronzer. Like, it's just clutch and it's bomb. and I'm just going over my contour with that bronzer. It just, oh my god. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm going in with my MAC skin finisher, and I'm just using it as a blush. I'm not really a blush girl, however, I just started using blush, and I will say it has, you know, added a little 8 points to my makeup game. So now I copped a new highlighter. You already know, Maybelline Chrome. So the one that I'm using is number 150 in Peachy Molten Gold. The one that I normally use is 100 in Molten Gold. So just to show you, you know, what they have to offer. Look at that. Look at that highlight. Oh my god. One of the most bombest drugstore highlighters you can ever. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Going over my Cupid's bow, over the bridge of my nose. We resort to violence, always been the same. Only thing that's for chip was the hair. And bitch, how you gon' compete where you can't fucking compare? Never was the type to sit there. Alright, so now I'm gonna be going into my brow bone, adding some of the highlight and blending it in with my eyeshadow. So now I'm just going back in my underline, oh my god, sorry, my waterline, not my waterline, my under eye, Jesus Christ. My underline with this pink powder, Jesus Christ. These voiceovers are annoying. So now I'm just, you know, bringing my lash line. There we go, my bottom lash line back. Get that bottom lash, y'all. Get that bottom lash, y'all. Go ahead, get it. Get it. Make sure you get it. Blending your real eyelashes with the fake one. Get it. Alright. And now we set, honey. We set. We set the face. That's what we do. We set the face, okay? So now I'm about to start lining my lips with a regular brown lip liner. I got it from a beauty supply store. It's nothing fancy smancy, just a regular lip liner. And I'm just filling in my lips, outlining them. And now I'm going to be going in with this pigmented, superly pigmented gloss that I picked up from Victoria's Secret. Listen, you're going to see this lip combo a lot. It's my favorite lip combo, alright? Now ladies, if you ever use one of these lippies from Victoria's Secret, you know, like, they are super pigmented. I could never just use it by itself. It has to have a liner. I've learned that the hard way. Look how cute that is. So now I'm going to be going over it with a clear lip gloss. I will have to enter that in the description box. I didn't get a clear look at it just now, I'm sorry. Look at these voluptuous lips.
Had to do it to these bitches that doubt it. Bitches talk shit all day but question, are you really about it? Trust me, my niggas cool. We don't want no conflict, let the nigga act up. And we resort to violence, always been the same. Only thing that's switch up was the hair. And bitch, how you gon' compete where you can't fucking compare? Never was the type to sit there, show my ass for some likes. Yeah, I cute for the gram, but I'm a baddie in real life, yeah. Bitches plain like rice, yeah. Hit you with that spice, yeah. They got my son on the island, no, not paradise, yeah. Oh, you wanna fight? Huh? Better think twice. Very pretty, but I knock a bitch ass out